Hey everybody, how y'all doing on this blessed day, the Sabbath? Yes, it is the Sabbath, and I'm back. And you know me, and you thought you knew me well, but you didn't. Okay, I am the representative of the Most High. The Most High dwells in me. Can you say that? That the Most High dwell in thee. Yes. This actually, I'm sitting in the vehicle. Essential production in America as a trucker. Okay. If we don't move, you don't eat, and we're gonna change that this phase by putting in things and learning things that we need to do so we can be our own boss. You know, I just want to say hey to all those that's out there. And it's a good thing. The whole be calm. Wash your hands. Use your little cleansers and stuff, right? But also say your prayers. Clean hands represent a new way that we live in as the new technology is starting to phase in. A lot of old things is going. But it was always 19 over it. And even though they talk about microscopic things, things that can't be seen with the eye without an instrument, because we're seen with the eye with the instrument as a microscope. So you have micro and you have macro. Okay, and as the macro and the micro combines, sometimes things happen. And it's a lot of stories about what's going on, the 5G tower, depopulation. But the main thing is that when you regard when the God is in you, and that's God representing Gumar, Uz, and Debor. Gumar, Uz, and Debor. Gumar, wisdom, Uz, strength, and Debor, beauty. So, and that attribute was applied to the angelic realm that walked the planet, talked with us, and to what we got to Enoch and Seth. Enoch was the last ones. Then after that, prayers start to come. They start calling out for them and chanting, and just doing things. And you know, the angels is always here. The angels will always be here. I just want to get a big shout out to my associate friend affiliation uh, that just had a liver transplant. I'm not putting the name out there, because I'm a businessman. If you want to put your name out there, you gonna have to pay me. But big shout out on the liver transplant that you have. That just proved the fact that God give us the knowledge to take care of ourselves and do things miraculously, things that's not taught to us in the public and private schools. So we're all engineers, we're all doctors. You just have to learn the craft. You have to learn the discipline. You have to learn the science. So I'm I9 Gabriel the 19th. I got 19 in my name too. That's the 1 and the 9. And between the 1 and the 9, the beginning and the end, everything is there. And actually, as we go on and on, we're walking through this life. This life has already been planned for us. So if you find difficulties in your life, just brush yourself off, and keep it moving. I want to give a big shout out to 216. If you look at 216, you got that 9 in there too. And as I visit y'all in the 216, 144 families twice, Towers of Powers, Brownsville, all the way going down to Livonia, all the way up to Bushwick Avenue, to Broadway Junction, back over to Atlantic Avenue, Fulton Street, and that whole Bushwick, um, Bedford-Stuyvesant, what they call it, top of the hill. It's just a beautiful thing where we have people. Let's work together and, appreciate one another. New returning souls is coming back because there's nothing new. The only reason that they use new is for news and to give you something to breast, to give you an add-on expansion to what's being done in the habitat that they call a city or if they call it the countryside or the suburban side. So the news stands for north, east, west, and south. The news stands for north, east, west, and south. So I'm gonna sit this way so you can see a little bit more of me. Sit down and talk. So basically, there's a lot of things going on. Those who were prepared, prescribed, you know what to do. As far as cleanliness next to godliness, that's the first thing anyway. As far as you sitting down saying your prayers and putting it on the altar, you can actually have a conversation with the virus, and you can talk to the virus and ask what is the problem. What's aggravating you. The virus has been here for many years. It's nothing new under the sun. Even if it comes from another planet, it still was here. It's been affecting certain people. It's certain people that look human, it's not human. What is human? Really, what is human? I mean, if I was to ask you what is human, could you really tell me what is human? But I can tell you what is human. Human is a word, right? Actually, two words: U-H-U and M-A-N. M-A-N is a form of what they say, the consonant of the M and the N, and the letter E. Right, depends on how the E is written. If the E is written looking like a 6 or a 9, that represents one thing. If it was written on the capital letter, the E, with 4 strokes or 1 vertical and three horizontal, that represents something else. So everything is basically represented by that which was established by the protractor and the square, and then putting their symbol in there, which was the G, taking the infinite in the circle and making the G in the position of the 7 in the alphabets. Alphabets was Aleph, Bayeth, the first woman, and what we call the symbols, the writing, the scriptures, the scribes, the scribbles. All this is in fact, this is what's going on now. So we come into a new way of teaching, a new way of collectively being as one, Wahid, one Wahid, one W-O-N, winning, one W-O-N, one O-N-E. So it's many ways to explain what's going on. So yes, I am who I said I was. I am the light, that shines in darkness. Darkness always is here. Even though you see me now, we have nocturnal vision. You would have been able to see me in the dark. Some that's not what they call, you got blessed and then you got barakat. So when you're talking about blessed, that be less. That means that those 19 angels that's guarding over the earth, they're going to be less to you. They're not going to bother you. And then when you say barakat, you're talking about bari or the maker. You're talking about bari as far as being good. Being good is being in compliance. You see, being in compliance is being an overseer, and what we call the scribes, the scribbles, the writers, the teachers, the Cohens, the rabbis, the originals, what they call imam. Okay, when you say imam, you actually talking about, when you say ma'am, yes ma'am, you're saying imam. When you say imam, yes ma'am, or imam, you're saying the ones that's up front. So certain people say I'm going too fast for them. Hey, that's cause you gotta speed up. When I looked around, if I don't see you right behind me, something happened. You let the variables, that means you fell off the path. That means you're not following instructions. That's on you. Already gave enough to everyone. I even went back to those who wasn't slow, but had a lot on their minds, and those who that did me well, I gave them an extra portion of this new knowledge, you see, of NEWS, which is North, East, West, and South, and the annihilation and analyzing the whole planet Earth. So I'm going to get with you. I just want to check in. Truckers, be safe. Don't get in the way of a big truck. We got sensors on the truck. So if you coming too fast in distance, when you change lanes and you want to move over and you want to get too close to us, you upset not only the moving 85,000 pounds, but you also upsetting the people in the back. You see, the people to the side, the right and the left. So you need to learn the technology of what's going on with these sensors. Those truckers that have the sensors, respect it. Those truckers that don't have the sensors, don't bully the people because you're trying to get down the road to make that money, to make that appointment. You know, everything is understandable with time management. You can go ahead and make it happen. So I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer because it's a universal prayer that came from the representative of the angelic realm that we call God. So it says, Our Father, who art in heaven, holy is thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. So we just leave that with that Lord's Prayer. Everybody should learn the Lord's Prayer, recite the Lord's Prayer. Stop every hour on the hour and think about your children. Put blessings and by visualization, blessings by your thoughts. Thoughts cannot be stopped. Positive thoughts is what it is on this realm, and we'll talk about it the next time. Everything, and you be good. Or blessed to my aunties, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, you know, and those that's of my royal bloodline. Let it be known that there's something special in you, and you will see that. And we're back. We're on the move, doing what we need to do. Stay in peace, and what we say, shalom, shalom. We do say salam alaikum. We say hallelujah. We say rahubat. We say amasta. We say all the names that give, you know, give you a reference to where we headed. All right, peace.